too when I first got there. Like the Americans, they all were pulled back. You know, and I don't know, it's all politics. I never did understand it. At least something good came from it. And if I hadn't met her, you'd never have met Duke.
How did you meet? Guys, how did you guys meet?
I met her in front of the place where I was staying. She stole my chair. What's that one, peach? I was with an intelligence unit, so we wore civilian clothes for the entire time I was there. The only time I had to wear a uniform was when I pulled guard duty. And once we mentioned it to our commanding officer, he went back to the commanding officers of the hotels and said, these guys are not pulling any more guard duty for you. If they pull any guard duty for anybody, it will be here at the office where they work. And I actually did that too. But anyway, I was in uniform and they gave me a shotgun. And the rules and regulations were, if a taxi driver stops and lets out an American, that's okay in front of us. The what? Can I finish the story, please? If a taxi comes by and lets an American out, even if the American haggles with the taxi driver for a few minutes, that's okay. After the American walks away from the taxi, the taxi driver has to take off right away. If he doesn't, blow your whistle. If he still doesn't go, cut him in half with your shotgun. Right here, right then and there. Those were our orders. And I was ready, willing, and able to do so. And a couple times I blew the whistle when a taxi driver was taking his time. But man, as soon as I blew that whistle, he was out of there. Fast. So they knew that we meant business.
We need a floodlight to hide the building.
And so anyway, I was getting ready to sit down in my chair, and I turned around, and this lady was sitting on my chair. What are you doing sitting on my chair?
Oh, I see.
Well, I was tired. I wanted to sit and swap by. I was tired. So we struck up a conversation. You what? Since we've been married, she's bought me so many chairs, she says, so that makes up for it. So,
I bought you a chair so many times.
The real truth is, I was probably so good looking to her, she couldn't resist. Right?
Exactly.
She was smitten by you.
Smitten? Yeah.
He only weighed like 135 pounds.
That's right.
Very skinny, just skin and bone.
Yeah, he reminds me of the skinny type.
When I got out of basic training at Fort Lewis, Washington, I was the leanest, meanest fight machine you ever would have wanted to see. 137 pounds. And devil the man that would mess with me, I would kill him.
Waist 30 or something. Waist 28, waist 30.
It was all muscle then. Wasn't an ounce of fat on me.
That'd be quick. Someone driving by in a taxi, parking there, he has to do something.
Did anyone buy the make that super, the $300 million?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We didn't. I don't know if anyone
About 8 months after we got married, I was starting to get short. Yesterday, at the time, I thought I was only going to be in Vietnam for a year. And when we first started dating, she says, you know, the time must come when, I told her, you know, the time must come when I have to go back to my country. And she said, okay, that's cool, but if that's going to be the case, then there's something I never want you to tell me. And I knew immediately what she was talking about. She didn't want to tell me that I loved her 275 because that would hurt her. But after I'd been there and we'd been dating for a while, I realized, well, maybe she's the woman I want to spend.
Never have to worry about money again.
So I got out of the army.
What do you? I won World War.
Asked her to marry me.
I'd
She
be
said yes.
relocating right down to the
I
Cayman
replaced
Islands.
myself.
I thought like the money
as
is
much
supply
away as I
only
could.
30%.
Same
What can I do
office,
with
same
it?
job,
Right.
different people because they pulled all the troops out.
House by-
I got a job as a Department of the Army
I
civilian,
supported
doing the job that this old sergeant had been paid to do. So
pay off my bills. Pay off any bills.
So when you got each family out of Vietnam, you went to Hawaii,
we
right?
didn't get them out. It was the guys I worked with that did it.
Oh, okay.
And
That's free?
What do you do? You put on the tape?
No, it's digital.
You can just from there, but you cannot put it
told me he remembers running to the-
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Like running.
not helicopter to the airport.
Yeah,
It was a fixed wing aircraft.
Oh, okay.
They got out on either the very last or one of the very last fixed wing aircraft that
I could spend my
got
life
out
being able to go between the mountains and the beach.
before the North Vietnamese rockets closed the runway.
Oh, really?
Get a nice music studio going.
Everybody else who got out after that was either helicopters or boats.
Yeah, up in the mountains. You can definitely. Was that during? What was that? No neighbor.
Exactly.
Was that during the closing of the embassy, or was that something else?
I don't know exactly what the status with the embassy was, but the family was out at the air base.
Oh, okay.
There's a famous picture that they show of people walking up a ladder trying to get on a helicopter.
Yeah, yeah.
They said that was the embassy, but it wasn't. It was another American building from Lee Street.
Yeah.
On the way out to the airport.
Yeah, because that's a famous picture. Yeah. Okay. And then from there, they went. The plane went to was it Hawaii? Went to Hawaii, and then from there.
Well, they stayed in Guam for a couple of days.
Oh, Guam.
Just checking to see if you kind of skip that step.
And Jim tells the story of how all these young ladies came out and gave all the Vietnamese people lays around their necks. And then the manager came out and chewed them out. And they're like, oh, we're sorry, and took the lays back.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's like, well, that's a nice welcome to this new country.
Visit. So, brand new Germany.